Storms. I'm your Senior Services Resident Coordinator for the City of Kettering, and we're going to do a new format this year. We're going to try podcasting. So what is a podcast? A podcast is just a radio series on demand, so it's just good old-fashioned radio. So we're going to do a video of it, and we're just going to have a casual conversation about some topics and ideas in the City of Kettering. So for the month of June, I wanted to talk about a couple topics. So these are going to be about 15 minutes long, roughly, and we're just going to hit what's going on in Kettering for you so you have an idea what's going on. So the month of June has tons and tons of celebrations and meetings. So there's a couple days that are near and dear to my heart. One is June 15th. That is Older Adult Awareness Abuse Day. So Older Adult Abuse Awareness Day came out of some situations that older adults don't really realize happen to them. You may say, oh, I'm an older adult, I can never be abused. Abuse doesn't happen to me. But there's all kinds of forms of abuse. The abuse can be financial, it can be physical, mental, and also there is self-neglect and frauds and scams. There's all kinds of types of abuse. It can be from neighbors, family, even yourself. So there's a few facts and tips I just wanted to reach out to everybody and let them know about. Fun fact is a lot of errors in your self-medications can be the second leading cause of you going to the hospital. So organizing your meds, keeping track of your meds is really important because it can lead to a lot of problems, which, that's self-neglect and abuse if you look at the terms. So we want to make sure we keep track of our medications and how we take it. Also, there were over 5 million financial abuse cases in the U.S., estimated to be at least $36.5 billion. And a lot of that came from older adults with cognitive issues, and they're just a lot easier to target for other individuals. So just be mindful and careful, and especially if you're on top of a loved one and they have some cognitive issues, or you're coming down with some cognitive issues, be mindful about your finances and who you trust. Self-neglect is also the largest form in Ohio, especially. Here we are a freedom over safety state. So as long as you have all your faculties, you can live and be who you are, which is great. That's, the freedom of being here in the U.S. But also it does have its pitfalls where there's a lot of individuals that are allowed to live and be who they are. And there's not a lot we can do until they're deemed incompetent. Also, family members are the biggest form and most frequent ones of abuse for the older adults. You love and trust your family, but they can also be the ones that use and abuse you the most. And a lot of older people don't want to be left alone. They're scared. Things are changing. So they rather have someone there, even though it's not the greatest situation, but it's better than being alone. I've heard that several times in the last 10 years. And it's very heartbreaking to see some of the conditions and the way people live just because they don't want their family to leave them or just stick them in a nursing home and leave them there to die. So also, older adults are twice as likely to be targets from scams. And I was just looking up these statistics today, and this was horrific. And I knew COVID was going to have some big pitfalls. And one of them is the scamming on older adults. From 2019 to 2021, $1.7 billion was scammed out of older adults, 60 and older. And the statistics, the FBI and the feds are finally doing more statistics so we can get research and numbers and get more programs and services for older adults. But that's very heartbreaking that with COVID and all that trauma going on, we had to add more scamming. And that's, scammers are anything from romance scams to using your family members against you, saying they're gone. There's also, the computer scams. You got to watch clicking on your computer links. You can get scammed that way. Also phone calls. And when you get phone calls, Medicare and Social Security will never call you and ask you for any personal information. So please do not give out any information. And be very, very careful with your bank information, your Social Security numbers, and so forth. Also, in June, there is Juneteenth, which is a celebration of freedom, and hopefully I'll have a guest speaker about that. In June, you also have Pride Month, so there's going to be some events coming up in the Montgomery County area for Pride Month. And also, we're residents of Kettering, we're citizens of Kettering, so I wanted to give you guys a heads up of what's going on at the Phrase for the month of June. So we have some $5 Fridays for June 9th. It's That Arena Rock Show, and that starts at 8 p.m. And June 23rd, the menus, again at 8 p.m. Those are your $5 Fridays up at the Phrase. And then, of course, the Phrase has their free events for June, and we have 4 of them. We have Brew BQ Fest, which is Saturday, June 17th from 3 to 10 p.m. up at the Phrase. Again, we have Breakfast with the Beatles, which one is always a huge hit. That's Sunday, June 18th from 9 to 11 a.m. Also, like I was talking about, and I can't wait to have that speaker on here, is the Juneteenth, which is Celebration of Freedom, is Monday, June 19th from 4 to 7 p.m. And then Spotnak, which is a Wednesday, June 21st, 5:30 to 9:30, which is a celebration of our sister city out of Austria. So again, these are the things going on in Kettering in the month of June, and I can't wait to give you some more information. And if you have any questions or concerns, just give me a call, Natalie Storms, at 937-296-3356. Thanks, and you guys have a great day.